In this video, I'm going to show you how to create stock charts in Excel that are going to display green when the year-to-date returns are positive and red when they're negative. Now, before we jump in, if you're finding these tutorials and tips helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And make sure to enable notifications so you never miss another video. For this example, I'm going to start with using NVIDIA as my stock. And I'm going to use Excel's stock history function to pull in historical prices for the stock. So for the start date, it's going to be set to 1/1/2024. The end date is going to be set to today using the today function. Excel's pulled in the historical closing prices. And what I'm also going to do is determine the most recent price, the year-to-date return, and to specify whether that return is positive or negative. To get the last price, I'm going to use a lookup function. And for the lookup value, it's going to look up for a value of 2 because I want the largest non-blank value. So the lookup vector is going to be 1 divided by the value in column B where it's not a blank value, and return the value in column B. So this is just pulling in the most recent share price. And I'm going to take that most recent share price, divide it by that initial closing price, -1 to get the percent change. And I'm going to say, okay, if this is greater than 0, then I'm going to return a value of 1, otherwise 0. So the idea being, if it's a positive return, it's a 1. If it's a negative return, it's a 0. So 1 being a positive return. I'm going to create 2 columns here, one for positive, one for negative. So I'm going to create another if function, say if this is equal to 1, then I'm going to return this value. Otherwise, it's going to be blank. And I'm going to freeze that cell and freeze the column in column B. And I'm going to copy this formula, set it up here, except this time I'm checking if it's a 0. If it's a negative return. So only one of these columns should be filled in. So because it's a positive return, we've only got the positive values. So now my next step is to plot this on a chart. So I'm going to insert, go to charts. And because we're looking at stock prices, I'm going to use an area chart. So just a simple area chart here. And I just want to make sure I select my data properly here. So select the data. I want to make sure I've got not the closing price, but my positives and my negative values. Hit OK. So if I wanted to, I could remove this legend. But for now, this is how I want it to look. So what I can do is adjust this so that because it's a positive value, I'm going to set it to green. And now let's pick a ticker symbol that hasn't been doing as well. So let's select Walgreens Boots Alliance. So it's down big this year, 65%. So this is the negative value, the negative series. So I select that and let's set that one to red. So now it's red. So we can see positive green, negative red. So if I switch back to, let's do a different one. Let's do alphabet. That's a positive value. If I use a different ticker symbol that's not doing very well, then it's technically down. This one's down 8%, so not a huge loss. Let's try another one that's down a bit more obviously. Sounds down 14%, so a subtle decline. Let's try another one that's down even more. Dollar General stocks, that one's down significantly. So as we can see, the negative gains or the negative returns are showing red, and the positives are green. So whether it's NVIDIA, whether it's any other stock that's been doing well this year, it'll be easy to see year-to-date returns whether it's positive or negative.